What's going on, guys? Team Crit here, back at it again with another 1.5 deck profile. Today we are covering the second of what I consider the big three. We're covering a deck that I'm sure loads of people were excited about. A deck in which, let's be honest, the colour last set most people threw in a box never to be seen again. Well, now it's back for a vengeance. We are covering green Ceresmon to be precise. This deck is absolutely insane. As I said, is a contender for the best deck, so let's get straight into this one. So, to start off, we have the baby lineup. We are playing 4 Monomon and 1 Tainomon. There's the famous 4-1 that I was on about in the last video. So, Minamon. Minamon is a baby that says, when the Digimon on top of it attacks one of your opponent's Digimon, it gains 1,000 attack for the turn. Now that's quite crucial because there are cards in green which restand, and there are cards, just Digimon themselves, that have the ability to restand. I don't think we're actually running any of them, but still, it is important for the turn. But this is absolutely insane. This is basically what every baby was trying to be last set. That's just what you want with green. That is perfect. And then, because we can't run 5 copies of Minamon, we are running a Tainomon, which is still good. If you Digivolve this turn, you gain 1,000 DP for the turn. This was the last best one, this is the new best one, so they're joining forces for this deck. They are the babies. Now moving forward, we have to start off with our option cards as always. We are playing 4 Hidden Potential Discovered. This card is disgusting. What this card does is, the next time you would evolve a green Digimon into just anything, you can suspend one of your other Digimon and then reduce the memory cost of digivolving that Digimon by 5. That's ridiculous. It's also got the security effect of when it goes to the draw, it re-adds to your hand, so you've got the resource. It costs nothing to play. It's a disgusting card, and there's a reason, as of April 1st, it will be going to 1. It needs to. It's the reason that green is so good right now. Like, this is just an absolutely insane card, and if it didn't go to 1, it would always appear in decks. Now, some of you may notice that is the end of our option cards. I am not running Flower Cannon. That is because we are running Flower Cannon on legs. I don't believe it's needed anymore when Ceresmon is a card. It's too good of a card. It just clogs up the deck, fills up a bit of room, doesn't really achieve anything we're going for. If there is an issue, we can just, as they Ceresmon rest it, swing, or Ceresmon ignore it and swing at the security. It's just not worth it, so we're not running any copies of that. Going into the babies, we are running 4 copies of Terriermon. This Digimon is like Tunamon last set, if you remember. What it basically says is, your opponent can't gain any memory other than with Tamer effects. This card is so good against Ragnarlordramon, because that deck will be getting a lot of popularity right now. Like, it's absolutely insane. It just makes them neg so hard. The deck doesn't really know how to function around the Terriermon. So, that is why we are running 4 copies. Also, it's a free evolution, and you can just evolve over it, so it's still really good. To back that Terriermon up, we are running 4 Argomon. We are running 4 Argomon literally because it's 3k, 2, and it costs nothing. Pretty simple there. Then we are running 2 Agumon from the last set. Now, Agumon is 1k, 3 cost, 0 evolution. Now, you may be like, why are we running a 1k when there's so many 3ks in green, and there's also 5ks now? That is because this Digimon has an inherent skill that says, the Digimon that's on top of it during your turn gains 1,000 DP. That's just crazy for green, because green have always struggled with getting their DP to the levels of, let's say, an Omnimon, a Shine, anything else that can really grow, a Ragnarlord now. Like, anything that was 12k used to really shut green off. They had to run the Titanmon for it, which wasn't really good for green. It didn't really work for what green want to achieve. But this just really fixes that issue. It's so good. So we're running 2 copies of it. Now you might be like, what, if it's so good, why 2? Because at the end of the day, it is still a baby, and a lot of the cards pull babies out onto the field, and we want a 3k, so when we swing, we have a chance to swing into our opponent's ones that are 1k and survive. Then we're running 2 Goblinmon to go with that. It's just 2 more vanillas basically to go with the Argu. As I say, this could be put to 4, but to put it to 4, we'd have to get rid of the Argu, and the Argu's too good. And then to back them up, we have got the Aurorumon. I always hate pronouncing that card. This card is a 2 cost, 5k rookie. That's absolutely insane for the game. Rookie Rush is just loving this card. It's 2 to evolve, but you never evolve it. And even the 2 cost, you can cheat it out because green now has cards that basically say play a level 3 Digimon from your hand for free, and it's 5k, so half the time you'll swing. You can even hit level 4s with this and it'll live, so it's absolutely great. That is why we are playing it. Wouldn't play more though, because if you play more, you're committing to evolving into it, and we do not want to pay 2 to evolve into a rookie. Okay, so that is all the rookies, get them out of the way, and then we are moving forward onto the level 4s in the deck. We are running 4 copies of the Woodmon. He is the blocker. Green really likes blockers because we like to chip away with green. You don't really, well, with this build anyway, you don't really put that much aggression on really fast a lot of the time. You can do it with one of the level 6s, but it doesn't come up as often as you may think. But you always want to protect your own security. Everyone runs 4 blockers. The blockers are here. Then to go along with that, we are running 4 Kabuteriamon. This Digimon came out last set. 6 cost, 1 Evo though. The 1 Evo is really good, 5k, which is important. I'll get into that in a little bit. And it's inherent skill, so the Digimon on top of it will gain the skill of. This Digimon gains 1000 for every rested, so suspended Digimon your opponent has. That is so good because with Ceresmon you can just rest and swing and it gains a K, so that is really what we're trying to achieve there. And then we are also running the 4 Terriermon. This has the same inherent effect as the Kabuteriamon, but is only a 5 cost. So that is why we're running that. Now, the reason we're also running the Kabuteriamon, if they have the same effect, is literally for the reason of Kabuteriamon has 5k. Now that means if your opponent's playing Shine Greymon, they rest 4 Tamers. They destroy your 12k Ceresmon, and they can destroy a Gargamon. But if Kabuteriamon is the one on the field with the Ceresmon, they cannot destroy the Kabuteriamon. So that 5k, that one little extra k, is very crucial and does come up. That's the thing with Digimon. Every little thing deck building you've got to look into because it does come up. So moving on, we will go into the level 5s now. So we run 4 copies of one of the most broken level 5s I have ever read. Argamon. This card has Digisorption. Now, this was download, I believe, in Japanese, so some of you might know download. What this basically means is, say if I have a level 4 on the field, and I want to evolve into it, I can rest this level 4, or another one of my Digimon, and evolve into this, and then it's minus, so this is -3, and it evolves for free, so this evolves for nothing. That's insane. It evolves for nothing. So, what this means is, the turns where you used to put up a level 4 past your opponent, and your opponent might push back, that used to be, you know, you'd know that they'd evolve into 5 and pass back to you. Now they can't do that because you will go follow this up with a level 5 and then put on a level 6 on top of it, and you've already got advantage. You've outsped your opponent and they've gone first. That is why this is absolutely insane. Also, its inherent effect is really good. When you swing, you can play level 3 from your hand for free. That's absolutely insane, so love this card. Then I'm running 4 Blossomon. This is just another Digisorption target, and you need as many as you can really with Ceresmon. There is a level 4 Digisorption target that you could run. I don't, because at that point you get into where it's a bit of an overkill, and all the level 4s are really doing a job right now, so I couldn't really fit it in. And then I'm running 2 Cherrymon. This is just because I know how prominent Rookie Rush is going to be, how prominent Imperial is going to be. The blockers do come in, so I would recommend playing the extra copies. I wouldn't run 4 Cherrymons because at the end of the day, it is a level 5. The 2 should be enough. You could even cut it to 1 if you wanted to fit something else in, but I think 2 is quite nice at the moment. Now, moving on to the level 6s, we have the main boss monster, the 4 copies of Ceresmon. This card is a beauty. I know I say that about a lot of cards, but this, I think Shine Greymon is better than this, but I think this is still a ridiculously good card. So what this does is, it evolves for 5, it has a Digisorption for free, so this one doesn't go for free, but you can Digisorb to evolve it for 2, which is good. Then, once per turn when it's on the field, now that's crucial, you can't do its second effect from hand to evolve it, but while it's on the field, you can, when you would Digisorptions, when you would rest one of your Digimon, to reduce the memory cost of evolving. You can rest one of your opponents instead. That is so good because it means when your opponent's sitting on a 5 and they're threatening a Shine or they're threatening an Imperial next turn with the Paladramon, what you can do is then rest that level 5 and swing into it with this. That way you know the Ceresmon won't die to the security, but the Ceresmon is still doing a job by swinging. I don't usually swing at security with Ceres, as I said, because it's so good. I like to keep it live. The more copies you get on the board, the better, but if you need to, you need to. If you're pushing for game, then obviously, yeah, swing with it. To back Ceres up, I run 4 copies of the Mega Gargamon. This card should have been higher than a rare. It's very upsetting that this card's a rare. This card is very good. What it does is it is a baby Puppetmon from the last set. So you Digivolve into it, then you can rest one of your opponents, and then during your opponent's next stand phase, the next activate phase, that Digimon can't activate. So unlike Puppet, it only affects that one Digimon you targeted. But that doesn't really matter because unlike Puppet, you're not giving them 11 memory to work with. You're only giving them the excess of the 4. So that's really good. And it also has another effect of when it attacks, if your opponent has a suspended Digimon, then it gains security attack +1. So this is how you can pile on the pressure with this deck. This is really good. Now, back in this Mega Gargo, we also have the Bacho. Bacho is here because decks like Ragnar Imperial Dramon, Omnimon Red is another really good deck I haven't mentioned yet. I just don't consider it one of the top 3 this set, but I will admit it is just really good. I would still say it's tier 1, and I would still say it's a really good deck, but it's not on the level of the other 3, I don't think. But still, if they have an Omnimon or an Omnimon Ultra S on board, whatever, Bacho's thing says when this attacks, it has piercing. If it attacks a Digimon that has 12,000 or more DP, it then gains itself 7,000 DP, so it goes to 16,000, so it beats every Omnimon we have right now. And it gains security attack +2, so it's swinging for 3 damage. That's absolutely amazing. Obviously, it's not an insane card like Ceresmon, because if they don't, like Shine Greymon, let's say, that base is 11,000, so this is actually quite dead in that matchup, so you're going to rely more on these. But in the other matchups, this card's really good. That's why I'm thinking 2, because Shine I'm expecting to be seeing a lot. Other Digimon, you know, even when they're playing the other decks, they might have 1 on the board that's 11k, and then this card in hand's just not as good as these. So that's what I'm running right now. I think this is the way to play green. Obviously, I'm not a green player, I am a yellow player, and I am a blue player. I was blue from last set, yellow from this set. So this is really a bit out of my comfort zone, but I am learning it slowly. After playtesting quite a bit, my friend, this is what I think should be the list going forward. If you disagree, that's great. I love discussions. Just leave it in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you love it, and I'll see you next time, guys.